Nick and Lex here.
Hello, everyone.
How's it going, everyone? So tonight we're gonna. Oh my God! You know something has been going on here. We have no neighbors.
Oh
anymore.
Yeah,
they
that's
moved
true.
out, and they were nice neighbors. They were
never told us anything.
They
but
never
they would scream once.
They
in a
would
while.
scream way more than us from this side. And they were like, I don't know. Sometimes we thought they were fighting, but I think it was just excitement.
The guy liked to game, I think.
And he would be like very upset when he would lose, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on over there?"
Yeah, but today we saw the apartment was totally empty, so now we
can be very noisy at least a couple of days until somebody else moves in, right?
Yeah. That's true.
But hey, today we're gonna do a band we haven't done for a while.
So long.
And Alexia loves this band. I love the band. This is for is it?
It's for Eric Meredith.
Eric Meredith, of course.
Thank you so much, Eric, for this. I'm very excited to do this. We have done obviously Tool reactions on the channel and just our history with Tool. You can kind of go back and just search Nick and Lex Tool, and you can kind of see from there. But since the last reaction,
it's been a while.
We saw them live at Power Trip in Indio, California. They closed like
the whole thing.
No.
Yeah, there were no Metallica.
Yeah. They closed the second day of the festival, but it was great. I mean, my stepdad got into them, like my brother-in-law was super into them, and it was just a great time. So I'm very excited to do this and to
Yes. So Eric told me the other day. So I was like, I didn't really know if you didn't like Tool anymore. So I didn't request, because when we talked about the concert, I think we were so excited about having seen Priest and Metallica that we kind of like brushed them to the side. And I think we did, because even some people at the concert were like, "Oh, yeah, we don't watch them."
Yeah,
it was very weird.
It was they just. In my point of view, they didn't really fit in.
Yeah, I know.
With everyone else that was
because
there.
It's so different. It's such a different genre that they should have done, like, I don't know, Ozzy. But Ozzy, I mean, pulled out.
Yeah.
But they should have gotten Megadeth or something.
Exactly.
Tool, I think,
it was AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Metallica, and Tool. So it's like
Tool is just a different,
lot of people
totally different. It's progressive. It's mostly instrumental, and people just didn't know what to do with it, I think when we talked about it last time, I think Eric and maybe some other people got the wrong idea. Like, oh God, they don't like Tool.
Gosh. Okay.
But we love Tool.
We love them. Yeah.
They're very unique. Very just like we always kind of end up like in some kind of like meditative.
That's like our
trance.
thing. We always say meditative state.
Yeah, or trance, you know. And I hope but today we're gonna do two songs.
Yeah.
Because they bleed into each other. We're gonna do Parabol and Parabola.
Correct.
And this is from 2001. Are you excited?
I'm excited. And from this album, we've done, I think, 3 other songs: Lateralis, Schism,
The Grudge.
And The Grudge.
Yeah.
I believe that's all we've done. So this is good. This puts like a good album dent into the album too, because we also, the Reactor's Curse prevents us from listening to things that, like full albums, so that we can save it for reaction. So in this case, I'm glad.
I like that.
In this case, I'm glad that we have waited, because now Eric wants to see us listen to this. Thank you, Eric. I'm super excited to do this for you. And let's get started. Thank you, guys. If this is your first time, like, subscribe.
All the usual stuff that people tell you online, So, but if you like to put in a good word and a good comment, be our guest. So let's get into some progressive metal.
Yeah.
Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. I'm like checking the volume.
Always.
Are you gonna be focusing on the bass?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll drift off.
Sounds like from India, the music. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful. The bass. It's amazing. Holy moly, the lyrics.
I know.
It's like a whole, like, this is, we're not going to talk about this right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's okay. You know, there's sometimes in life where you have certain, like, events, right? I think events, and you just, like, you have, like, a different mindset. And it's so crazy that these lyrics, like, hit home amazing. And today we're listening to Rush in the car, and the lyrics also the same. It's like almost like, but you know what? I think amor. I was gonna say amor in Spanish. My love. We pull that towards each other. It doesn't just happen. I
agree. I feel like it's signs.
The universe.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? And to like just put it very lightly, I had an experience in Mexico, you know, and yeah, it reminds me a lot of exactly what it's talking about here. And I feel the same way. I feel like.
And now I'm noticing it, because usually when we listen to music, it's more about the music, you know. But since it's Tool, we already know that the drums are amazing, the guitar riffs, the singing.
And they've always told us, like, you never focus on the lyrics. I know. But now I'm like, I heard a phrase in the first part, the Parabol. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, Parabol. I heard one of the quotes that said, like, that fear. What did it say?
It's because that's the second song.
All this pain is an illusion. Yeah, but it repeated that part. All this pain is an illusion, feeling eternal. And then when this song started, I immediately got captured by the lyrics, and then I pulled them up.
That's when you put them on. That's when you see our faces like red because it's red screen.
Yeah, but it's amazing, and obviously the music is great. I mean, like you say, all of the intro, drumming, the ambiance, the intro.
The first 3 minutes were almost like get ready to meditate, and so you can prepare, you know, you can prepare for what's next to come. And then these lyrics, it's just blowing my mind.
I know.
And it's so cool because we were listening to 2112 and there's this song. Do you know the lyrics a little bit?
It's the Twilight Zone.
So if the people that know this, we were like, wow, this is like so interesting what it means, you know. And now this has pretty much the same.
Yes.
It's so cool.
I know. I love it. And thank you, Eric, because this really is like very like a synchronicity type of thing, you know?
The other day, it's so funny. Eric and I were texting, and then he said something in the text, and he's like, "Oh my God, Nick, you just said the same thing I texted you. Right when I texted it to you, you said." So we were like, that's literally amazing. Synchronized, even though he was watching a video of me talking, but we were thinking the same thing because in the video he was like, "Oh, blah blah blah," and he texted it to me, and then I mentioned that word, that same phrase in the video. And he's like, awesome. "Oh my God, that just blew my mind."
I love that.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think music just speaks to us.
Yes. What did you think of the guitar?
Beautiful. I love that there's a little bit more lead here. I love the tuning. It's not too low. You know, when it's a little bit too low, I'm just so used to like standard tuning or drop D, but when it goes lower, like newer bands, it's just like I'm not used to it. It's still great, but I love that Tool is still in the standard or drop D universe, you know. They don't go too far. And just Danny Carey, he is such a wizard on the drums, you know. It's just like, it sounds literally like a dance, like, you know, those like, you know, and back in the day when they would dance around the fire, that's how I feel with Tool, you know. Awesome. Like, that's what I would love to do, listening to Tool, you know, and I don't know, be in a drum circle, just like
exactly. Yes. I love it.
And we were talking about it, Eric and I. Tool is just like it's a genre itself. Like it's just
it is.
It's not comparable.
I can't compare this at all
nothing,
to anything at all.
They're completely unique, and I'm here for the ride.
Me too. Okay, shall we?
Yes, of course.
Good. Just go back just a few seconds because it was about to change.
I love that it was a little bit of a breakdown here. Let's see what happens.
Swirling around with this familiar parable, spinning, waving around each new experience. Recognize this as a whole, and you can celebrate this chance to be alive and breathing. Chance to be alive and breathing.
That bass.
This body holding me reminds me of my own mortality. Embrace this moment. Remember, we are eternal. All this pain is an illusion.
El sapo.
I know. That's what it's about.
See?
Yeah.
No.
It is. I think so, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. That was amazing. Even did you hear, like, we lived in Mexico for many years. So basically sometimes when you live close to water, or even in Florida, right, you hear a lot of frog noise.
Yeah.
They're like quick,
Yes.
or they're just singing, and it's like hundreds.
Yes.
And then you're like, shh, and then they all stop, and then they start again. And I love it.
I love that too.
But if anything, we're not gonna give too much information away here, but the frogs have a big meaning in this whole experience for Alexia. So whoever gets it, gets it. But these lyrics here are literally what we talked about today for
During
like 2
lunch.
hours.
Yeah.
For 2 hours, we were just talking about this kind of things, and the way of thinking, changing your thought progress, and just changing your whole, like, how would you say?
Like viewpoint.
And just like, positivity, and and letting go of certain things like fear and stuff like that. And it's crazy how these lyrics are so close.
Yes.
You know, to what we were talking about.
So I just Googled.
It's almost like he knew.
I know.
It's like
I know.
Eric knew.
But I feel like all of Tool's lyrics are like that. We just weren't ready to like,
We
you know.
were not ready.
So here in this, the song is called Parabola, right? And then the previous song was called
Parabol.
Parabol. Now, during this song, Parabola, obviously with the lyrics and stuff, here it says, twirling around with this familiar parable, spelled differently than the other two meanings. And I looked up parable, and it's a simple story used to illustrate a moral or a spiritual lesson. So, you know, that's what this is about, like a spiritual awakening and a lesson of things that you can learn.
I loved, like, can you go down a little bit? Like when it said here, like where it said, recognize this as a holy gift and celebrate this chance to be alive and breathing.
Yes.
I was like, holy shit.
Because that's exactly
and
how
I don't curse
feel.
in
Like,
videos, you know, but sometimes when there's a OMG moment, you know, like it's really like, wow.
Yeah.
This body holding me reminds me of my own mortality. Embrace this moment. Remember, we are eternal.
This pain
All
is
this
an
pain
illusion.
is an illusion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really like, it's intense. Like all of my skin is crawling right now because, like Nick said, this really came at the perfect time. And I'm very grateful for that. And yes, musically, it was awesome. Obviously, it was like very, the drums were intense, like super insane. I always try to like keep up and do my air drumming, but it's like impossible with Tool. But yeah, I'm happy that we listened to this and, you know, it's nice.
It's amazing. Amazing stuff. Thank you so much, Eric. You're a great friend.
Yes.
I love you, man. And honestly.
More Tool.
More Tool. Yeah, more Tool, definitely. I mean, I'm literally like crying.
Yeah.
You know? But not because I'm sad. I'm just like overwhelmed with happiness and all those good things, you know.
That's good.
Wow. Because but Eric also told us, you guys need to watch Tool when they're the main act.
Yeah. That's what another friend of ours said too. Because again, that was like the second night, like
the third night. It was the last night. Yeah, it was Metallica. Remember, it was Iron Maiden, Guns N' Roses, Judas Priest, AC/DC, and on the third night, Tool and Metallica.
And then Metallica closed. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people were already, you know, it's a lot.
It was
and
a
they're
big
all
trip.
3 hours.
Yeah, each performer was 3 hours, so it was a lot.
So it was a lot.
And a lot of people didn't even show, so it was more
some people just left, and I was like, why would they leave?
But
it's Tool.
it was like, we enjoyed it.
I loved it. We were basically
we were
just
with my family,
we were laying in the grass, just looking up into the sky because
like there were these big screens.
Yeah, they don't show themselves. They're in the dark. They're playing in the dark. So it was almost like it was a chance to relax and enjoy the nature.
Yeah.
And the family. And I loved her stepdad was just like hugging everyone and because it was like, this is so good. I think that music, and he's a crazy Judas Priest fan.
Yeah.
And AC/DC and Iron Maiden. But that music was just like, it took him to a different level.
That was like the highlight of the trip.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And then Matt was like, what time signature is this in? What time signature?
My brother-in-law.
Yeah, he was just like, this is so good. And I was like, dude, I don't know. I don't know. It's Danny Carey. It might have been like, he has been changing it for like 20 times already. So, yeah, definitely.
This was
Thank
great.
you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Eric. Thank you, everyone, so much also for sharing this with us. For, you know, this is not, I guess, your typical like reaction because we talked about a lot of stuff, but hopefully if you enjoyed our conversation, if you enjoyed our comments or anything, let us know. Leave a comment, start a conversation there. We have an awesome community and we'd love for you to be a part of it. So subscribe. We hope to see you all in the next one.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.